Of course, before we get to all the good fun that's going to be happening next week, we got a very exciting game today. We also have the weekend ahead of us, and we wanted to know if you had any fun playing. And here's just a few of your answers. Hannah Martin has 2 graduation parties. This is that time of year, especially when high schools are letting out. I know a lot of colleges are already done, but have fun at those parties. Jen Holt, 75, is going to her cousin's wedding. Lovely. I hope the weather is cooperative and lovely, and you have a wonderful time. And mazel tov to your cousin and their fiance. WDW Diva. I assume that's Walt Disney World Diva. I assume you are a Disney goer. Says, we are camping. Unfortunately, the remnants of Arthur are having us. Yes, I know it's not longer a tropical storm, but it can still do a bunch of damage. So please stay safe. We got KKH, who is headed to Mobile, Alabama for a Nico Moon concert. TA Fry 79 is working in the lawn and garden. And Bobby Young 505, gardening, and more gardening. Miller 5357 is a surprise birthday party and a family reunion. Hopefully that person is not here playing Daily Trivia Live. Moon Apple's daughter is doing a second-degree Taekwondo pretest. Very exciting. What else? Vicky LaBerge actually made it before the last question this time. Vicky, I'm glad that you're here. Glad you made it. Also, Sweeties Graham, slide in just in time. Indeed. By the way, for all the exciting stuff going on next week, make sure you are updated. I believe the latest Android is now 2.12.1, and then 2.14 is the iOS version. Just make sure you're updated before Monday's live games. All right, it is National Fishing Day, and I'm so glad we were able to lure you in for the Thursday edition of Daily Trivia Live, the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. Here's hoping you catch the big one as you play for today's grand prize. Behold, that is $1,000. And everyone who can correctly answer these 10 multiple choice general trivia questions will split it. But that is not all. In this game, you'll earn 1 bonus SB for every question you get right after question number 1, even if you've already been eliminated. Here's how it works. For those of you who are new, and I know there are a couple of you, if you win the game today, all those bonus SB you picked up along the way will be added on top of your share of the grand prize automatically. If you don't win the grand prize, I know it sucks, but it can happen. You will still be picking up bonus SB. In that case, however, you will have to claim them at the end of the game in order to keep them. Simple. 2 steps. 1 is don't leave early, and then 2, at the end of the game, when the button appears, you tap it, and then the SB are yours. It is that simple. Do not leave early. And why would you leave early when the first time you get a question wrong, as long as it's before question number 10, you can rejoin to get another shot at the grand prize. And there are 2 different ways that you can do that single rejoin. One of them is using a single SB, and of course the way you would rather do it is with a free rejoin, right? Right. So if you click the plus sign in the top left-hand corner of the main menu anytime a game's not happening, you will get free rejoins by watching videos. But next week is a great week to collect free rejoins. We'll tell you about that later. And finally, the reason why you don't leave early, why you always stick with it and stick to it, is that each game we give away 5 100 SB prizes to 5 players who win and claim at least 1 SB during that live game. Here are the winners from Wednesday's game. They've all been credited already. Congratulations to Suzal, Sandbox48, Bybef4, Fish317, and Slin, or SL Lin 101. Each of you 100 SB richer. To the rest of you who did not win, I know it sucks, but hey, keep playing and claiming, because next time the winner could be you. All right, now you have all the information that you need, so there's nothing left to do but get to question number 1. Here we go. In which Broadway musical does the main character sing that the sun'll come out tomorrow? Is that Sweeney Todd, Hamilton, or Annie? I know I sang that like, I can't even think of her name. Never mind. Look, when you're stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, you just stick out your chin and grin and say what Annie says. That's right, Annie is the answer. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Ethel Merman, that's what I was thinking of. I was singing a little bit like Ethel Merman. 98% of you getting that one right. But with the rejoiners, we have almost 13,000 people in grand prize contention. Yes, the best Annie song was from Deadpool. There you go. Love Wade Wilson always making the wide pop culture references. We have over 13,150 people playing this game. And every question you get right from here on out gets you 1 bonus SB. So let's kick it off right now with question number 2. Sprite's slogan commands you to obey your what? Thirst, manager, or soul? obey your what? Their assumption, of course, is that you've got Sprite on the mind, in which case they want you to obey your thirst and buy a bottle immediately. Sprite, obey your thirst. 99% of you getting that one right. Well done. Cruising so far in this game. We've had a couple of games this week in the last few weeks, early on, where it feels like people get a question wrong. It's sort of, there's a little symbol at the top. That hasn't happened yet. So let's see if you can do it again in question number 3. It's worth 1 bonus SB. Mysterious statues with giant heads are famously found in which location? Is it London, the Moon, or Easter Island? Where are those mysterious statues with the big old heads? They're not just heads. The moai that were carved by the indigenous Rapa Nui people have disproportionately small bodies, so it's probably better that they stay partially buried in the Easter Island sand. It's just better. They won't break. They won't fall apart. They're kind of padded in there. 93% of you knew Easter Island was the answer. Well done. 6% going with London. I mean, there are statues there, not mysterious ones with big heads like these guys. Look at those. Just buried in the ground, the big heads. Easter Island. What are they there for? Who knows? Let's just allow things to be mysterious, folks. Let's also move on to question number 4. If you watched our video hints today, this one might seem familiar to you. It's worth 1 bonus SB. Question number 4. The inventors of Faygo Pop soft drinks based their original flavors on what other type of food? Is it frosting, fruit, or ice cream? So it's the hint, Earth Puma, first on the scene as always. All you Detroiters out there will happily throw down in favor of Faygo Pop, whose inventors were trained as bakers and based their original flavors on their frosting concoctions. Yes, it was based on frosting. Who doesn't love frosting? Who wouldn't love soda based on frosting? I have to hit my dad onto this. He will get frosting shots wherever we go. If he gets cake, he just cuts out the cake and eats the frosting. So frosting-based soda feels like it was made just for him. Of the 1/3 of you that did not get that one right, I'm sorry that is the case, but we had over 80% of you rejoin. Still around 12,000 people in grand prize contention as we prepare to move on to question number 5, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is Q5. In 18th century England, what fruit was carried around as a status symbol? Is it the orange, the pineapple, or the strawberry? Carried around as a status symbol. Not eaten, carried around. It was their scarcity throughout the country that made them so valuable. It wasn't like you could just go to the grocer and buy a pineapple whenever you felt like it, so you would carry them around and go, look what I could afford. Eat it? I would never. Then I wouldn't have it anymore. 74% of you knew that was the answer at a time when more exotic fruits were being introduced elsewhere, so it became a status symbol for the haves over the have-nots. Now we can all enjoy pineapple. It's for everyone. It's for all of us. Of the 26% of you that did not get that one right, over half of you still able to rejoin, which means we are still over 10,000 people in grand prize contention. And we're halfway done this game. Moving on now to question number 6, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is Q6. Which of these mobile games is a matching game? Is it Angry Birds, Candy Crush Saga, or Doodle Jump? One of these is a matching game, where you match up columns and make them disappear. Different games are addictive for different reasons. Take that as someone who played Monopoly Go for a year straight. Sometimes the simpler the game, the easier it is to get hooked. Take a simple matching game like Candy Crush, and I know some of you are way past level 1,000 on that. I know people who are way past 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Candy Crush Saga is the answer. 90% of you getting that one right. Angry Birds is like an attack game. It's not really a matching game. And here is Candy Crush. You know when you see that nonpareil up there at the top, that's right. Get rid of a whole bunch of those things. There's nothing more exciting than when one of those shows up. All right, let's move on to question number 7 now, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. In 1983, Nintendo planned to bring the Famicom to the U.S. in a partnership with which competitor? Was it Atari, Sega, or Sony? The Famicom. Who was supposed to bring it here? The only reason they didn't bring what would be known as the NES to America in 1983 is because the home console market had cratered, thanks to the company that they wanted to partner with. So, hey, Atari, good job, because I don't know what would have happened had we gotten the NES early. It revolutionized video games. Atari is the answer. 33% of you getting that one right. While Sega was a competitor of Nintendo and Sony now is a competitor of Nintendo, neither of those had a deal to bring the Famicom to the US. And here is what the Famicom looked like in Japan. Way cooler than what we got here in the States. Like, don't get me wrong, I have an original NES, but like, this is cool. Look at the controllers are on the side. It's a self-contained unit. Good job, Nintendo. Very good job. Of the 67% of you that did not get that one right, over half of you able to rejoin. We're down to about 6,600 people in grand prize contention. Question number 8 on the way now, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. Which of these reality shows is set in a castle? Is it Fear Factor, The Traitors, or Hell's Kitchen? So is the other hint. Thank you to Deshola for those hints. Some people like all the celebrities, while others prefer ordinary people living in a castle trying to root out which folks are the faithfuls and which are the traitors. The Traitors is the answer. 96% of you getting that one right. Well done. My pal Ron Funches was on a recent season of that show, and I saw him perform stand-up after, and he did not hold back on what his experience was. But the best part of The Traitors, no matter where it's being done, UK or here, is Alan Cumming as the host. He's just fantastic. He was made to do this. The theatricality is just, chef's kiss. All right, let's move on to our second to last question, worth 1 bonus SB. If you get it right, it is Q9. David Lee Roth was the lead singer of which band? Was it the New Yardbirds, Def Leppard, or Van Halen? For the band that David Lee Roth, Diamond Dave, was the lead singer of. I don't know if any singer has made being slightly off key as cool as David Lee Roth has. His unique voice brought the party to those early albums of Van Halen. Of course, he was the frontman for Van Halen, one of the best frontmen of all time. 6,040 people have made it this far and are ready for our final question. And I mentioned it before that there would be a way for you to get free rejoins. What we didn't mention is that it's going to be a member appreciation week. We're very excited. It's a huge week for us next week here at Daily Trivia Live. Now, we normally have the second chance week where you get 3 free rejoins for each game you play. Now, for Member Appreciation Week, as a special thank you to all of you that have helped to continue to make this game successful, you are getting 6 free rejoins for each live game that you play. But that's not all, because this coming Tuesday, June 23rd, is our 2,000th ever live game. And that is going to be an extravaganza. Why? I will tell you. Thanks for asking. $2,000 grand prize. Double the bonus SB of a normal game. So 18 total bonus SB available instead of just 9. And for the giveaway, instead of 5 people winning 100 SB, 5 people will win 2,000 SB who play that game. So you're going to want to show up on Tuesday, June 23rd to play that live game. You want to play all the live games so you can get those 6 free rejoins for each game that you play. And folks, it's going to be so much fun. Quick reminder for those of you who play on this app, there are multiple ways to get SB from Swagbucks Daily Trivia outside of our live games. One is through our other game mode, the Daily Trivia Challenge, a quick hostess version of our game. You can play on your schedule up to twice per day, every single day. Then, of course, there's the More Ways to Earn button you'll see all over the app. Tapping it lets you install and play games on your mobile device to earn SB, and also takes you to the Daily Tapjoy wallet because you go to it every single day, loaded with a variety of offers that meet your needs and available time. Now, the best part is everything I just mentioned counts towards your daily goal. You know what else will count as some great SB? Batiste Dry Shampoo, which refreshes your hair between washes, leaving it feeling gorgeously clean and fresh with added body and texture. No water necessary. And that's not all that it can do. Add Batiste to your list in Magic Receipts, then buy 1 eligible product in-store at a participating retailer and get 350 SB when you upload a photo of your receipt as proof of purchase. Buy 2 or more on the same receipt, you get 800 SB. And why not stock up? Look at the varieties there. You can get 2 of them and then get 800 SB back. This is for US players only. Click on the smaller version of this deal at the end of the game to get started. There are multiple stores where this is in play. You will find one of them near you, I'm sure. Please check it out. This is a great way to earn some extra SB. All right. Speaking of earning SB, we have 6,111 people vying for a piece of our $1,000 or 100,000 SB grand prize. Over 13,000 of you stuck around to the end, and there's one more bonus SB up for grabs if you can correctly answer question number 10. Here we go. In The Matrix, Keanu Reeves' Thomas Anderson goes by what hacker nickname? Is he Cypher, Morpheus, or Neo? Mr. Anderson. While he toils away during the day in a mindless computer programming job, Mr. Anderson lives a second life online as a hacker who goes by the handle Neo. Neo is the answer. 5,450 people knew that answer and are splitting our grand prize today. Well done to all of you. Finishing the week off strong. Each of you taking home 19 SB in grand prize money, plus the bonuses you earned along the ways. Kieran Stevens 20, congratulations. Stardust to Magic, congratulations. Stardust to Magic to winner. Just Carries, congratulations. Wallace Chris 094, congratulations. Midnight 149, congratulations. And Mick Goldfish, just a few of our grand prize winners. So happy for all of you. And for those of you who claimed your bonus SB, now that you have all these new SB in your account, you know what to do with them, don't you? Of course you do. Redeem them for PayPal, cash, or gift cards, Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places.